All right, so we are back with our kind of pre-launch coverage here at the studio. We're also very excited. For those of you pre-purchased, Head Start will be kicking off in later tonight. So to kind of fill the time, we've got a bunch of developers and designers coming in and talking about what they've been doing, what they're excited about, and kind of helping to pass the time while we wait to jump in the game with you as well. So right now I've got Chris Whiteside here, the lead producer on the game. He's helped kind of wrangle everybody together to kind of make this final run successful. And I'm kind of just going to ask him a few questions about what's gone into preparing for tonight's big event. So before we get started, just real quick, kind of what's the feeling in the studio right now? How's everyone doing?
I think everyone's really excited.
Yeah.
I think everyone's really anxious as well. I think the anxiety is more around the gates opening and people being able to play with the community, and than it is around concern. Obviously we touch wood. Hopefully we've prepared very well. But yeah, everyone's super excited. Everyone wants to start playing. So yeah, it's a really good vibe.
Good. Yourself personally?
I think the description I just gave kind of covers that. I mean, for me, I don't know. I think it's a really special moment for me. I think it is for everyone. I've always dreamed of being able to work on something and essentially creating a world and putting it out, and having people live in it and really enjoy it, and us being part of that. For me, that's the big thing. And so I can't wait and to see what the world becomes, and what it's like to live in it, and all the new people I'm going to meet and the friends I'm going to make.
For sure. So kind of along those lines, everyone's really excited and everything, which is great right before launch to have that sort of excitement. What steps did you take in the studio in terms of getting to this point and being ready for this day?
Well, I mean, it dates back to basically understanding dependencies and getting our milestones right, and being able to set up a really good in terms of communication, a really great alpha group, and then moving into the the beta events and really listening to the community in terms of when they think we're ready to launch and the different feedback they had, and then taking that feedback and working with that. So it's been kind of a very evolutionary process. That's why it's difficult to be able to say, okay, this is exactly when we're going to launch, because at the end of the day, this game is built for our community, and at the end of the day, it's the community that are going to tell us whether we've all done a good job or not, and it's going to be the community that are going to be making this game alive and supporting it for years to come. So yeah, the big thing is just being listening to the community and making sure that the team is able to react and predict where we think we are and so on. So yeah,
for sure. So in terms of kind of all that's gone into this process, obviously it's been a massive effort by everyone here. Is there a particular aspect or kind of moment where you kind of felt? I mean, I imagine you're proud the entire time, but is there a particular moment, or is there like a turning point where you're like, wow, I can never be this is the most impressive kind of feat we've all put together? What was there a turning point for you where that really kind of it all started clicking?
Yeah, I think we had an internal go no-go decision. We had criteria for that. The team worked very hard towards it, and ultimately the final kind of tick on that box was hearing what the community said and hearing their voice in regard to were we ready. And so the community, the team was aware of exactly what we needed to do to be ready to say, okay, we can pull the trigger. And for me, I suppose that holistically, from a production point of view, that was the point that I was kind of most proud and most excited, because at that point really there's no way of going back. We know that we're on track. We know that at some point it's going to come out then, and the rest really is just supporting the team and allowing them to really make building a system or a process by which they're really able to get the most quality out of the work they're doing in the time frame that we had remaining. I think personally, there's been a lot of highlights in the time that I've been here. Let me think. Especially over the last few days when we've been really working to get everything together, there's definitely been a few points over the last few days where we've had some really interesting problems occur.
Right.
And it's always at that point where you really see how strong a team is or how well bonded it is. And so I guess I can't refer to the exact things that have been going on, but it was certainly this week where you really see the team gel and working like a family to get stuff done, and really everyone's just working so hard so we can get it done so we can play it with everyone. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. Everyone I've talked to in the halls today, everyone's just so excited to actually be able to play with their fans and their family and their friends, and to actually be at that point, I know is really special for all of us. So we're all super excited. So the last question, most important, what are you thinking of playing first in terms of racing profession?
So I'm going to, when we're live, I'm going to create a character from every profession, basically,
Right.
And then a multitude thereof of races as well. We've all been for a long time thinking about, how we wanted to set up our characters, who we were going to play with, and so yeah, I've already got that all set up, and I know exactly what I'm going to do, and it's pretty much the same for everyone else as well. So there is no kind of like specific class a profession that I really want to play. I'm going to play. I'm not going to like rocket through on one. I'm going to play them all bit by bit and
Right.
level up in a balanced manner.
Nice. And then what are you thinking? Stick with kind of events? You can jump into PvP, World v World, a little bit of both, smattering of both. Or?
Well, that's the thing. That's an interesting question. I've always played MMOs like for years and years, and I was never, to be honest, very good at PvP or confrontational gameplay, and so. For me, I had always kind of concentrated on the PvE aspect of the game.
Right.
And then, obviously, as we're developing it, we have to go and look at other stuff, and we're playing that.
Right.
And I'm a massive, massive fan of World v World, and I probably will spend quite a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to really seeing how that kind of like that design and that core gameplay evolves, because we have the systems in there now, we have the core gameplay, we know how those things are basically going to work on paper, and we've seen how they work on beta events, but what we're really looking forward to seeing is when guilds get really good and players get really good and people start holding forts for long periods of time and all the dynamics around that. And then finally I will definitely move into competitive PvP, but at the moment I'm not good enough. I don't think I'm good enough to go in. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But certainly I'm very excited about World v World, and of course, I've been playing the PvE for a long time, and I'll be doing that. I mean, the thing that I think I like the most about the game is I'm a big gamer, so you generally, depending on how you feel, you'll play one game and then you'll shut that down and you'll play another to, almost, to feed your desire at that time in terms of gaming desire. The thing that I probably love most about this game is that I don't have to turn it off.
Right, kind of come and go, and
if I'm feeling strategic and I want to, and I really want to play with people on a mass scale, then I'm going to go into World v World. If I feel like I really want to get immersed in story and the world, then I'll play that, and that's that's kind of the cadence that I've been playing with all the way through the beta events, and I tend to find myself playing for like whole days, but bouncing from one area to another.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's cool.
Nice, exciting times.
Yep.
All right, well that's gonna be it for now. We're gonna move on to some other folks in a few minutes, and stick around. Really happy to have you here. And we'll be back shortly.
Yeah, see you tonight. Or tomorrow, whatever.